Hi sisters, it's Jess. Today's video is a little weird. I feel like I don't do this kind of stuff a lot, but I mentioned in a different video that I wanted to get a little bit more personal and talk about love and relationships, specifically as a kind of video to reach out to young girls and just teenagers and women who are feeling kind of left out in the relationship world and maybe just are kind of looking for love and feel like they haven't found it. It's one of those things. It just gnaws at me on the inside and I can't help but think about it all the time. I think it's just important to talk about because especially in the world we live in, media is so constantly something we're involved in and looking at. We look at our phones, we look at movies and TV shows and books and all this stuff, and we're constantly seeing people in relationships. We see couples starting high school, like girls starting high school and meeting the perfect guy and being with them forever until college starts, and then they go to college and they're together, or meeting someone in college right away. Like even at my school, at my well, this maybe it's more because I go to a private Christian college, I don't know, maybe this probably happens other places too, but there's even a lot of pressure here for people to get married by spring of their senior year. It's ring by spring. And I don't know, I think about that a lot too. And I think just even that phrase, ring by spring, is something that kind of encourages me to be thinking about relationships all the time. If you are in the same boat as I am, where you're 20, 21, maybe younger, but kind of around this age, maybe you're older and you still haven't been in a relationship, just know that you're not alone and that people out here love you and we're here for you. And I just want people to know that you don't have to feel alone. Being somewhat introverted, it's easy for me to just shy away from a lot of social situations. And it's not that I don't want to be with people, it's just I don't like pretending to be somebody in public. I don't like trying to put on a fake kind of like persona when I'm around others, and I feel like a lot of times social situations make people do that, and I hate that. So I try to avoid that, and therefore I avoid a lot of social interaction, which also is a downside, and you know, you don't meet people as well through that. And that could be another thing contributing to me never having been in a relationship. I don't know. I'm rambling, but you get the point. But yeah, I just think women who've never been in a relationship should know that other people go through these situations all the time. And I've worried for so much of my life about being in a relationship and finding some guy to date, and maybe that's part of the reason why I never have, because I'm always feeling like, is this the right person? Is this somebody who I could consider dating? And then I always somehow find some little thing that turns me away from that person. Or if I think maybe they like me, I don't pursue it. I get like afraid and I like turn away from all situations. I just think that it's important to talk about these things, and even if it's kind of a focus on me trying to figure out what I want and turning my focus more on my own problems rather than the fact that I don't focus more on faith or my relationship with God first and foremost. I think I just wanted to talk about it because I realize how much I focus on that and how much I feel lonely sometimes because I don't have a relationship or experience in that aspect. And I think young girls should just know that there's no rule that says you have to be in a relationship in high school or college, or even that you have to find someone in college. It kind of hit me even this year that like, even in college, guys are a little bit immature sometimes. Not all of them, but some of them are still pretty immature. So like, I think I've started to realize that I might not be finding my ring by spring person at college. It might be somebody that I find after college, and so that's something I've kind of had to pray about and think about. But just understand that it's okay to be lonely sometimes, and it's okay to feel like, you know, this is weird that I am not in a relationship. It's okay to feel those things, and you're not alone in feeling those things. And I got you, fam. I got you, girl. I know what you're going through, okay? You don't have to feel like it's a rule to be in a relationship, because I've always felt that way growing up. I've always felt like, well, why do these people have 3 or 4 boyfriends in the course of high school? or why did this person find the right person in college? Like, I have so many family members who they meet one person and that's their person for life. That's who they've married and dated for years and years. And like, that's so cool and that's magical, but like, I don't know if that's realistic for me. Like, I don't know if their experiences are going to be the same as mine. And I think that can be applied to a lot of situations and a lot of other people's relationships. Like, I think we idealize what we see on TV and in movies and books and all that. Instagram, even just social media, like everywhere it's advertised. You know, Disney movies growing up, it's like you find your dream prince. And I totally am a believer in true love and like finding the one and like all that lovely stuff. I'm such a romantic at heart. Like, I love that. It's taken me a long time to realize that I might not find that person in high school or in college. It might be something I find later on in my adult life, which, you know, is totally okay. You know, that's fine. And I've also come to realize that there are so many ways to meet people now. Like, I have a friend close to my family who, like, for example, she was in the same situation I was in where she didn't date anybody at all for like forever, and she is in her senior year of college. But she met somebody through an online dating site just recently. Like, someone just as a joke or something just mentioned like, we should sign up for this, and immediately like met someone through that. That's a little bit scarier and you gotta be careful with those things, but I think it's interesting to see how different ways of technology and things slowly are changing how people meet people, and it's just interesting. I think as women we can get really down on ourselves for a lot of things, especially dating and relationships. So I just felt like talking about that, getting it off my chest, because I think way too much about boys and whether or not I'm gonna find somebody here at college or if it'll be later in life. So just know that I'm here for you if you're in that same boat, and that I think it should be more openly talked about and expressed that people don't always find someone right away. And I just wish it was easier to talk about that kind of thing with people, and easier to just kind of form a kind of like girl squad to like hang out and be there for each other when people are lonely because they don't have relationships, they don't have someone to go to. Again, maybe I'm just being my introverted self and avoiding social situations, but these are just thoughts I have running through my mind. So I don't know if you're in that same boat, but if you are, love you. You are loved, even if you're not in a relationship, and I feel what you're going through. So don't feel bad if you haven't dated anybody. Yeah, so babes, I hope you liked this video. This is really weird. I'm trying to get back into the filming vibe. I have all these ideas, but never the time to film anything. If anybody wants to just write to me, we can be pen pals, we can be girl buddies, or guy and girl buddies, just chill. I just want to make more friends, you know? And I feel like we all can relate to a lot of things in life, and why not talk about them? Let's branch out and talk together as a community. Right, sister? Okay, I'm not gonna be that YouTuber. I hate when people do that. I hope you guys enjoyed this weird video. I hope you can relate. I hope I'm not the only one out here just being lonely. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe. Okay, bye.